Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a word and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started. I almost forgot to put the mic on. Y'all been going, hey Linda, we can't hear you. Hopefully you can hear me now. You hear me now? Can you hear me now? Isn't that a commercial? Or it used to be? Hello everybody. Hope you are well. Hope you're having a good weekend and last week. Let me get situated. All right, let's make sure you can see my face. All right, I got that up too high. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, good, Julie. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. And I thought someone else. Oh, Cool Whip. I love Cool Whip. Cool Whip mixed with Jell-O. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. I used to make they called it a poke cake, P-O-K-E, poke cake. So you would bake a vanilla cake and then you would mix up, oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Mix up, say, strawberry Jell-O, and you would bake the cake, get that finished, and then take the end of a wooden spoon and poke holes in the top of it. And then you would pour the Jell-O over it and then put it in the refrigerator for it to set up. And then you covered it with whipped cream and ate the whole thing. It was awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. And I don't see anybody saying they can hear me yet, but I want to make sure. Okay, good. Poke cakes. Yes, poke cakes. Good. You heard what I said. Well, I hope you all are well. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your week, that you're ready to do something creative. I've got out here my 12 by 12 gel plate, and I have my 8 by 10 gel plate out. My goal is to make papers that aren't all in the blues category because I have a bunch of those. Hey, Giovanna, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I got out some different shades of, well, I've got this Coral Cove, and I've got some lavender and a few other colors here, and I thought we would just kind of play around. Yay! I'm glad you can hear me, April. So I do gel printing different than some people do, because I don't know, I find that I like using the gel plate because it gets such a crisp image. And a lot of artists will just do one stencil pattern and then lift it on their paper and basically do layers upon layers upon layers by printing each one individually. And I have a tendency to layer everything on my gel plate, which can take a little bit more time because you have to wait for the paint to dry. So before the live today, I sat down and I just kind of brayered on some papers. I gel printed some pretty simple starts to pages. I was playing around with different patterns, and I thought today I'd just kind of continue on with that concept of just getting some papers. As you can see, none of these are blue. I've got some reds, and I've got some pinks and some purples, so we'll see what we can do. Pencils down, please. I don't know, Junkie Joe's being cranky, ain't he? So I've got out here, this is one of the stencils from the Artistic Stencil Club. I don't remember which month. It's one of my favorite stencils, so I just happened to grab it. And I thought what I would do is I've got, let's find a deeper, okay, here we go. This one's got all kinds of where I just brayered off. And I've got the stencil here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to do my words and figure out what kind of pattern I want to put down. And I think what I want to do is a purple. I've got a heavy body acrylic purple over here. So this one is called purple. It's just a heavy body. Do you know, I know, no blue. Do note that a heavy body acrylic versus a craft acrylic does look different when you gel print. The craft acrylic dries faster, and then your print will have more of a chalky look. The heavy body or artist grade acrylic is thicker, takes longer for it to dry, and will have somewhat of a glossy look to it. Don't freeze, just don't freeze, Cool Whip. Yep. Yeah, I do too. Thank you, Jamil, for being here. All right, so I'm just going to put down a little bit of some paint on my stencil. All right, I'm going to try something today. I'm going to get a book page and lay it over here to the side. And then I'm going to lay this on top of it and brayer over it. And it should transfer, and it did, some of the paint to the book page, okay? So you can do that. And then I'm going to take this piece and just kind of lift a little bit of the pattern. So just a little bit came out. I'll set that aside. Let me grab something different. Here's a different one. So since this paint is so heavy, a lot of times I can get multiple prints if I work pretty quickly. So I'm going to find one more. How about this one? I got a kind of a pinky color one. So I'm going to put it like this. I'm just barely pressing it so it'll have a little bit of a faint background to it. There's still paint on here. So let's grab a different stencil. And I'll put it over here on this side. And I think I want to do, I have a magenta, but I want a different shade. And it's just not coming together. So I'm going to try this one. Tubes, tubs, 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 tubes, tubs. All right, so this one is some older paint, but it's fuchsia. And we're going to brayer that over here. And let me find another book page. So just so I don't mess up my, I'm going to take this and lay it over here and brayer over that real fast. Okay. Well, that one didn't turn out very good because I had too dark of a pink on top of the other color. But it's layers. We're building layers. All right, so I've got this lavenderish color. So I'm just going to kind of pick up a little bit of paint. Now this is crafter's paint, so it's not going to have as long of a drying time. And when I lift, I'm taking up almost quite a bit of that paint. But it's enough that it'll stay there. All right, so while that's kind of drying for a moment, I'm going to clean off my brayer over here. I've got a stack of book pages that I'm brayering off on. I've got my gel plate over here that I've been playing on, and it's kind of got some peachy colors on it. So let's add a little bit of this heavy body acrylic. I'll put some in this corner here. Clean off my brayer again. And let's grab a stencil. This is the quilted cross-stitch, I don't remember, cross-stitch flowers. I think that's what I called it. And that's a purple. So let's try this one. I've got this peach color. So I'm just going to lay that on top and kind of brayer that a little bit. So I'm just getting a little pattern. Look how crisp that came out. I'll go ahead and let's brayer this over it. What it'll do is it'll kind of grunge up that print
So we've got a little bit of a pattern there. I've got a water tub to the side over here. Basically, it's a bin that I picked up at the dollar store, and I filled it full of water. Usually I put thieves cleaner in it. Sometimes I'll put, I did today because I'm out of the thieves. I've got some Goo Gone. Just put a little bit of that in there just to kind of help the paint come off the stencil a little better. I've already got paint on my arm, and I got paint. Did y'all look at my glasses? Let's see if I could do the. Can you see my glasses that have rhinestones all over them? My mother-in-law gave me these, and apparently today I pushed my glasses up on my face and I had paint on my fingers. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a pattern going on here. I said in my intro, or at the, what do I call this? Come on, computer. Don't be having issues. That I would use some junk. So this is a pool noodle. Pool noodle. P-O-O-L. Pool. I can't get it out. Pool. Now this is already dry over here. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is, I've got a couple of book pages here. I want to make some patterns. I think since we've got that purple here, I just saw it. What do I do though? Here's the gold. I've got a different shade of pink. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to put a little bit of paint. And let's put it right here. Let's just do that. And what I'm going to do is use this as a stick. So I've still got paint on there, so I'm just going to pick this up. Maybe. It may not work as well. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, Robin, for your donation. And I'll just put it over here randomly. All right, so I'm going to brayer it some more. So it kind of reactivates the paint. Put some over here. All right, let's bray it one more time. Go like this. Go like that. All right, so this time I'm just going to kind of twist on the gel plate. And when I do that, it removes a little bit more of that paint below. I'll come over here and add it a couple more times. So there is using a pool noodle. I'll let that dry. I'm going to go ahead and brayer off the excess paint that's on my brayer. I'm using a soft rubber brayer. A soft rubber brayer. They work better, I think, on the gel plate, especially with stencils. Thank you for your support, y'all. I greatly appreciate it. It's been a rough weekend. We had someone, well, let me explain this. We have an embroidery shop, and what we do for our customers when they give us an order, we'll complete it, and then we have an entryway on the front of our building that has a camera in it. It faces Main Street, Yukon. So generally, we don't ever have any problems whatsoever with random people coming to the entryway and opening the door. And we had a guy that came twice in an hour's time and stole everything that was in our entryway that was orders for customers. These are all things that have corporate logos on them. So there's no reason for this guy to steal them, because he's not going to get money out of them. And if he needed clothing, I have a ton of clothing that I would have given him from our inventory for free. But no, he stole everything. So now we're having to rebuy all of those items, and it's, you know, $1,000+ worth of stuff, and then we have to redo all the work. So I'm not having a very good weekend. And Henry especially, he was not very happy about it. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and supporting me and giving me thumbs up and being kind and friendly, say encouraging words. All right, so we've got pink, we've got purple. There's a little bit of peach over here in the corner. I've got a little bit of pink and then a different shade of pink over here. I didn't put any other additional patterns on this side. So let's print this side, and then maybe we'll put, I know it's kind of odd, but I have some green here, and maybe we'll do some green. So on this side, I've used I used a heavy body. So I'm going to use this lime green. It's citrus. No, it's not. It's not enough money for insurance, Julie, because then I would have to turn in a claim with my insurance company. I have a deductible, and then I'll have a claim on my insurance. That's a small loss, and it is not worth having my insurance rate go up for that small loss. Now, if it had been $20,000 worth of items, then I would have contacted my insurance agent and said, okay, I need to turn in a claim. But that was not the case. It's just bad timing. It's been a slow start of our season, and sometimes when that happens, it takes us a little bit longer to have enough money to pay our bills. Yeah, there's a lot of homeless people. Well, he has a dog, and he looks clean, so I think it's just a random dude that's getting out trying to see what he can find. He went back by this morning, and we could see him in our cameras. We have cameras around the building, and he was walking a dog on a leash. I don't know if he stole the dog, if it's his, but once he went by with just the dog, and then the second time he went by, he was carrying a gas can. And this is at 3 o'clock in the morning. So what is this guy doing wandering around between our building and the next door neighbor's building? Not just down Main Street. He's going between our buildings. So we're going to work on putting a barrier up so that he can't walk between our building and our neighbor's building. On the side that's business. The other side is a what do I call it? A resident. So no one really walks on that side because there's not a sidewalk, and they have dogs that usually bark. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so it's a little muddy because I had a little bit too much paint, but it's just an interesting texture. I think what I'll do is set this aside to dry, and let's add a little bit more of the green paint on top. I think I had too much paint. So I'm just going to brayer this back and forth. All right, I'll grab another book page and lay that down. Well, you wonder, yeah, if he had needed something and had stopped by my shop while we were there and he was starving, I would have fed him. If he needed clothing, I would have given him clothes. If he stopped by with his dog and he needed dog food, I would go get him some dog food. But, just to disrupt our lives, because that's what he was doing. He's a disruptor. He walks in and takes something that has no value to anybody except for our customers and us, and just to take it. It's just dumb. Henry went all around the neighborhood to see if maybe, he threw them in the trash bins because it wasn't trash pickup. But he didn't find anything. Okay, we still have some stuff on there. I'm going to go ahead and put some more green on here. Brayer this out one more time. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is get that pool noodle again. And we're going to come over here. Okay. I think we can print this side here in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and put some green on this side. Why not? Just adding a little bit here and there. All right, did I get, oh yeah, there's a couple of spots I can. All right, so while that's still drying, I took a toilet paper roll, so a toilet paper core, and I have cut it into 1-inch pieces and then just glued it on here. Oh yeah, we did file a police report, and we've sent the videos. So since he came by this morning, Henry sent all those videos, and he sent all the videos from the other day because he came twice. The first time he came, he stole a bunch of baseball caps that were for a business. It had a business logo on it. It wasn't for a team or sports team or nothing like that. It was a business logo. And then he came back and took everything else that was in there that he could carry. It was annoying. There was a plain shirt laying on top of one of the boxes. He left that because it didn't have anything on it. I was like, seriously? I don't understand the minds of some people. All right, so I think this one is ready to put some more paint on the back, and I'm just going to put white down, which will help all those colors pop. It was all embroidered items and pressed t-shirts that we printed. So we print shirts and we do custom embroidery on like caps and, you know, the left chest logo of people for like, one was a lawn business, one was a realtor. We had a company that sells trailers to haul your stuff around in. I mean, it was just dumb. It was just really dumb. Okay, so I'm just layering on here. I'm trying not to dwell on it. Oh, okay, so now I'm going to take some book pages and just lay those across here. I'll get another one so I can do this upper section. Okay. So I won't be mailing out prizes for a while because every dime we have right now is going to pay the bills, groceries, keep the lights on, so to speak. All right, I'm gonna let that soak. Let it simmer just a minute. And while that's doing that, let's go over here. So I'm just gonna get white again and try not to put too much paint on here. All right, let's see if that's not too bad. Okay. Get another book page here. I just tore out a bunch of pages of a couple of different books so that I could have different types of papers. So this is a great way to use up all those book pages. Oh, you want to scoop up that big blob of paint on the side? Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think that's been there for a little while. Is it on this side? I can't remember. Yeah, it's right there. All right, so I'm going to take this. It left a little bit on the plate. I could have let it set a little bit longer. But it's just, you know, some subtle background pieces. All right, so let's pull this one up. Okay, it's coming up. So just some patterns, okay? They're not pink. I mean, they're not green or not. I can't get my words out now. They're not blue. I had so many blue gel prints and I didn't have enough of other colors. Thank you so much, Margie. I appreciate you supporting me. If you want to make a donation, you're great. I greatly appreciate it, but it is not required. I appreciate y'all hanging out. There's the goopy glue. All right, so this gel plate. So that was using the circles on there. Gives it a different look. And what's neat about this is if you keep using it, the paint will build up so they'll get thicker. That's my goal. I just made it today. All right, so let's see what else we can do here. Let's grab, I've got to layer these, these gel prints out so they don't stick, because sometimes they're still damp. I don't want them to stick together. All right, so let's just grab a couple of stencils. So I've got, this is the Wild Stencil number 3. I'm going to lay it over both gel plates like that. And I've got, I think this is triangle into square stencil. So let's do this. Let's just kind of lay it over both plates again. And what else do I have here? This is the square dot tile stencil. So I'm going to lay it over here. And I know I'm getting all my stencils. This is the quilted starburst. So I'm going to lay it to where it covers all of this on this side. This is a way that I do multiple patterns at once. And what is this one? So this is the retro panel 4. So I'm going to move this one up just a little bit. And then I'll put the retro, where'd it go? Right here in the corner. Okay, so I'll move out of these out of the way. Yeah, just kind of, just add more grunginess underneath there. All right, so then let's just, okay, why am I having problems on the floor here? Oh, Hercules, your pillow is getting under my chair. Okay, so I've got, let's do, I've got a peachy color, I've got a purple. What else do we want here? I've got a yellow or two. And I'm thinking maybe, I know that may be a brighter yellow. And then I have this crimson. And I know this is a bright pink, but I think we're going to use a little bit of all of these. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, I can get it open. Open sesame. There we go. Oh, I already had one out. I'm sitting here fighting over this one. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of the pink here. Maybe a little bit right there. Throw that back over there. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You wanted to say teal, but we're not trying to do blue. We're not trying to do blue, Julie. Okay. And I've got this peachy color, which I think I'll put here. Okay, and then maybe right there. And let's do, I'm going to do this red near the pink so it kind of blends together. And we didn't put anything up there, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and put a purple here and a little bit there. And I think what I'll do is as I brayer, I'll kind of go over all of these at once. Okay. Kind of brayer off a little bit and then come back in so that peachy color will kind of blend with that yellow. Okay, clean off my brayer a little bit. And then let's come in with, let's do this purple. Do this purple down here. I'm braying that out. All right, so I think I'm going to peel up all these stencils and see what we've got here. Put these all in the water. Just all kinds of different patterns going on there. All right, so I've got this pink paper. I'm just going to lightly press it just to pick up a little bit of paint. So it just gets a little light pattern there. I think we'll do, well, that's okay, it'll stay there. Oh, we're going to do this one. Okay. Just a little bit of grunginess on there. Maybe a little bit of that one. It's starting to dry, so I think I'm at a point that pretty quickly I could put down another layer of paint. Well, that kind of turned out cool. The layers on there. We've got some other bigger pieces. This just has a little bit of white on it, so I'm going to lay it over the whole thing. Just kind of give it a light press. So it takes some of the color. I'm okay, it didn't get all of it. That's all right. But I think I'll come over here. Got a little bit of that. I think we're at a point now that I can come back in with some, let's do some ivory or cream. This is called Milky White. Okay, so I'll put a little bit of glue on, or glue. Now I'm gluing my gel prints. No, we're not. I bet you that when the closed captioning is on my videos, people are going, what the heck is she saying? Nonsense. I'm just saying nonsense. That's all. Just some nonsense. Okay, I'm going to put down a little bit more white over here. And grab a book page for this side so it can be marinating just a little bit. All right, let's get this brayered out. I may have let it set too long. I may need a little bit more paint. Glue! Usually I'm gluing things. Henry did save a box for me. We like to make homemade chicken dumplings soup. I guess I don't know, chicken vegetable soup. I don't know what you want to call it. But he likes to eat crackers with it. Crackers, rich crackers with butter. So, like, you know, they're super healthy. And he emptied the box and he goes, I saved this box for you. I was thinking about you. I said, well, thank you. I'll do something with it. Oh, dear. Yeah, we can do another gel press class, Sally. I'm going to have a workshop for the next kit in May. And we can look at doing a gel print class. Maybe we'll do one this month or in late May, something like that, before the holiday. All right, let's see what this did. I'm going to brayer it one more time. I can bring all my stencils, making your hands numb. I had too much paint on there, but it's just be something to layer upon. We're just going to keep layering until I get it right. It's rather dry here today, so some of my paints are drying a little faster. See, now that's what I was going for. See how kind of grungy that looks? You want to do some gel printing, Jennifer? We can do that. I'll send y'all a message asking you about dates. Probably a Sunday, because I think my Hobby Lobby girls, ladies, they're not girls, they're ladies. They may want to come do some gel printing. Ooh, I like how that one turned out. It's just kind of grungy all over. And there's still stuff on the plate. I know, Easter's already going to be here. Just a couple of days. It's crazy, I tell you. Just crazy. Alright, so we still have a little bit of paint and grunginess over here. So I'm going to grab another. I don't know which. This is from another stencil club. So I'm going to lay it over the whole thing. And we had a yellow down here. What did we have? We had the purple. So let's do a peachy color, right? Maybe a little bit of that peachy color, like down here. No, I'll do it right here. All right, and I know y'all. Oh, let's do this. This isn't green, blue. It's green, so it's Viridian. So if I can get it open. Ugh. All right, let's come over here. All right, so I did Viridian green. So I'm going to come up here and add a little bit. And I'm going to brayer it off on my scrap here. So I've got another little scrap going. And since I brayered that off, I'm going to come down here with this green. And I'm going to come over here and add a little bit. And lift it. There we go. And since this one isn't perfect, let's go ahead and lay it back down. So it's just picking up a tiny bit on top. Oh, I like the way that turned out. What do you think? It's not blue. I like it. All right, so you stay over there. Dry, because this is going to melanate, germinate, marinate. That's what I need a drink. Did you like that one, Jello? I can't talk today. Thank you, Julie. All right, so let's put something on this side. Oh, here's another one of the stencil clubs. I'm going to lay it here. All right, and do I have another color that we want to use today? I don't know, they're so different from each other, right? So I'm going to put a little bit of this red up here and a little bit of this purple down here. Let's put it right here. Okay. Kind of mixing them together a little bit. All right. Pick this up. That's kind of cool. All right. This one might be dry enough. I'm getting a pile of paints here at my elbow. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's, where's the ivory? I think the ivory is enough we could do over here. So I'm going to try to be very careful and not put too much paint on there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I make it this time. If you see a chance, take it. If you find romance, Take it. I don't know the rest of the song, so that's all you're getting. Brayer. Book page. I think this one's going to be yummy. I hope. I hope, I hope, I hope. And they're not blue. Not blue. Okay, I'm going to let that sit. You have that tealy kind of color. That was a Viridian. It's kind of a green. More of a teal, not quite a mint green. All right, let's put some... I need some more milky white paint, I think. I'm going to have to buy some next time I have money. And it's on sale at Hobby Lobby for 50% off. Maybe what I should do for my next workshop is give y'all a list of the paint colors I need. Okay, let's get another. I'm liking it. I like the way it looks right now, so let's see what happens. I've got a book here that these were pages that I tore out or I had help tearing out for the subscription box, and this is what was left over of this dictionary. And so they're oversized pages. With blue, no problem with blue. Don't be blue. All right, this has been sitting for just a minute, so to speak. Let's see. Oh, we might get a good print. Ooh-wee. And I like it when you would do it over the book pages. What do you think of that one? That one is cool. I think that'll be a good one to scan in. I may have to enlarge it just a little bit to be 8.5 by 11, but I think once I bump up the color, bump up the color, bump it up, bump it up. That's different than bump up the volume. All right, it's only 4:30 and I've been gel printing. You like what I'm doing so far? Yay. Thank you. All right. So Jennifer said she liked that teal and that peachy color together. So let's do some more of that. Ooh, I like this tuck piece. See how that turned out? I wish you could see the colors more vividly. You're worried that that red would be too red, but once you start brayering over it, it really mutes it down. It mutes it, man. It's muted. All right, let's peel this one back. Oh, we still got a spot right here. It may just not come for a while, but we're gonna brayer it. Okay. Oh, we got some of it up. Whew. So there's that red, and it's kind of goes across, blends together. Happy to see bright colors, remind you of flowers. Yeah. Okay, so lay that over here. Oh wait, we need a stencil. Oh, what I just saw. I just saw the stencil I wanted to use, my dear, but it ran away. Oh, we could use that one. And let's use this one. I have 2 of those. What else do I have here? Ooh, the polka dots. I haven't done the polka dots in a while. Polka dot, polka dot, polka dot. What is it? Circus, circus, polka dot? I don't remember what he says. I think I'm going to lay this is a mandala flower stencil. So I'm going to lay it down. And I've got the Moroccan lattice. So I'm going to lay it up there. And I think this one is Feeding Frenzy. I took it out of the sleeve that I keep it in. Okay. May want it a little bit closer together. Okay, so we want this color and this color and maybe this color. I think those would be good colors to use. So I'm going to put just a little bit of color right in the middle. And let's put a little bit of this green on here. And now this purple. Now I have to be careful when I brayer that I don't turn this into mud. I should get out my narrow brayer. Where did I put it? That's my big brayer. I like big brayers and I cannot lie. I don't see it. I couldn't get the rhythm right, so we'll just go with this one. Okay. Oh, is my hair rubbing? Is that better? Okay, sorry. Probably because I'm moving so much that everything is moving. All right, so I'm going to brayer this off a little bit. I kind of like the color though. All right, brayer that off. This is kind of cool. It's kind of pastel-like. All right, so I'm going to take this one off so they can be drying. All right, let's see what we can do with this mandala. I should have used a little bit more of that peach, I think. But, you know, we can try again. There we go. I was thinking about getting out my little minis too. I was trying to decide, do I want to get out every gel plate I own? I don't have that much surface. It looks blue, but it's not. It is not. All right, this is twisted on me just a little bit. Okay, so I think this one's pretty dry. I think I'll go ahead and put the milky white on it again. Okay. Save that. It'll smear a little bit because it wasn't completely dry, but I'm okay with that. It'll change that white in the background, be a little bit more muted. Okay, book page. All right, I think I'm going to go this way this time so I get both patterns. Whoopsie, the paint hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. The body paint. Oh. Well, you know, you can wake him up now. Start spraying him with a squirt gun and get yourself a disco ball and point a light on it and turn it on so it just goes around the room so he'll go after all the twinkly lights. Checks the click the glassware. Yep. Can't leave anything out. Can't leave anything out. The kitty cats will get in it. I'm gonna let that set and go ahead and put some ivory on this. Apparently I got paint all over the place. Nice. It's a good thing I'm wearing gloves. Look at that. Messy. All right, I'm gonna rub it off. Don't waste the paint. Okay, I got a hole in it now. And these were new gloves when I started today. Sometimes I can wear them more than once, but I don't think that's going to happen with this bear. Okay. Brayer it off. Let's get a book page. Just open the cat TV window. Cupcake doesn't get into anything. Well, I had to teach, when I had a cat, I had to teach her to stay off the counters. And she would get off the counter. She would get in the cabinet. And then when my mom was living with us, she would like to sit in the dark cabinet. And when my mom opened the door, the cat would jump out at her. Oh, nice. That's nice. Now, yeah, garbage has got to go out every night. Put him on a leash and take him for a walk, Robin. One of my neighbors at the shop, the lady that you got the cat from, she had one that they walked on a leash. All right, let's come back over here and see if this one's ready. The paint, you can usually tell because it gets really cool because the paint's soaking up into the paper. Y'all, if y'all have questions, let me know. Isn't that funny? That's what Athena did. Her name was Athena. And I would say, get off the counter, shoo. And then my mom would go, ah! That's because the cat jumped out. You might do that. Take the garbage out. Put him on a leash. Yeah, that turned out cool. The peach, I didn't put quite enough paint down, but we're getting some dots. And I like that you kind of get a muted background. It's not completely white. Yeah, get off, get off, get off. Athena knew her name. All right, my papers are sticking together. Don't do that. All right, let's see what this one turned out to be. Oh, this one turned out cool. Oh, and there's still some grunginess on the plate. So there's that one. What do you think? That's kind of fun. You like that one? That turned out pretty cool. All right, I need a drink. The padded harness, yeah. Especially when they're babies. All right, let's lay that over here. We still have some paint on that one. I think, let's come back in. What do I have here? Do we want I think we need a stencil that has a smaller pattern. So I've got a Retro Panel 4 stencil. I'm going to lay that over the top of this side. And I have the polka dot stencil. I may move this one around. I may do a little bit on it and then move it over. All right, so that's got that peach and purple. I'm trying to decide what color I want to do on there. I have this pink and this red. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of red. Okay. Put that back over here so it gets out of the way. And this is magenta. Okay. Put that back in here. All right, so I'm going to kind of brayer this. Kind of do this one a little bit. All right, we'll brayer it off, and then let's go in with that pink. Clean off the brayer. All right, and I think we're gonna do, let's do the toilet paper. Oh, and I have some bubble wrap. Look here, I've got some bubble wrap. So there we go. That'll get us some patterning. Ooh, look at those polka dots. And let's peel this one off. That looks pretty cool. I'm thinking it's a dangerous thing. All right, let's put, I had some rubber stamps here, I thought. Let's see what I moved everything. There we go. All right, what color? Probably that Viridian would be good. So I'm going to take a little bit of that Viridian. I'm getting all my brayer papers ready. Brayer papers. Okay, put a little bit of the Viridian. I'm going to just brayer it onto a book page over here to the side. So I've got a book page that I put some of that on. And first couple of times, I'm going to use my brayer and kind of ink up a stamp. Okay, it's going to need a little bit more. This is the Romantic Swirl by Beeline Designs. Mine is on a wood mount because I've had it for 20 some odd years. They no longer mount them on wood because everybody seems to prefer them on the acrylic blocks, the cling block. Okay, I like that. So I'm just going to brayer this out. Alright, so now I've got another book page I've brayered on. Kind of trying to get all that paint. Get all the paint. Alright, so I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to stick it in my water to the side over here, and then I've got a towel. So I got a little towel. All my old kitchen towels, when they get stained or have holes in them, they become a part of my craft room. So I'm just rubbing the paint off. All right, Robin says, poke, poke, nudge, nudge. It's time for the raffle. We're going to do 200 junk bucks. Get you closer to getting your junk bucks. All right, I think this time I've got a darker, it's called Lake Blue. So I'm going to put a little bit of it. Try not to get as much. All right, so now I've got the diamond bar stamp. So I'm going to stamp that. Ooh, I like it. Now, if you don't have a gel plate, all these things that I'm doing, you can do direct to paper. You don't have to have a gel plate. You just have to do them in opposite order. You have to decide what's going to be in your background and lay that color down first, and then come back in and layer all your other paint on top of them. And as it goes, it'll put those layers on, covering up what's underneath, but you'll start to see how well it comes together. All right, I think we need one that one. My paint's starting to dry now. Okay, I think I'm at the point now that I could clean this stamp off. I just put my arm in it. That's a blue. Yes, that's a blue. Lake blue. It's blue. That one's blue. Okay, I'm just going to clean my stamp off. I can't help it. I have to add the blue in. But it's not only blue. It's not only blue. Okay, so we got those two colors. I have another stamp here, but I think I'm going to pass on it for right now. I had some other mark making tools. So I've got a shot glass. I don't see it, there it is. I have a milk bottle top. And I was thinking that maybe that might make some interesting shapes. So maybe some black paint. I haven't pulled out black yet. I think it's still up here. Oh, it's almost empty. That's probably why I didn't get it out. But I've got a little bit of black. So, move my brayered papers around a little bit. Let's put out a little black, because that's all I have, apparently. It's just a little. I just stuck my arm on a gel plant. Okay. And I think, do I want to go with a solid big dot, or do I want a little circles? All right, I'm just going to. All right. So I stuck it in the paint, and now I'm just going to come over here, and I'm okay with it being kind of grungy looking. Big giant polka dots. Try not to put too much paint on it. Okay, and I think we could get away with doing it a couple of times over here. You may not see it by the time we put the last layer of paint on it. I think we need one right there. It's kind of just a little bit all over pattern. Clean off my milk carton lid. Why, ow? Takes off. What'd I do? I'm sorry. I didn't know I made noise. Okay. So, we need to do the raffle. Y'all entered the raffle. Got 200 junk bucks. Alright, that winner is Connie Barch. Congratulations. I'll get those added to your account after the live. Alright, well I'm not gonna do a prize that I have to ship, so you're getting a $10 off coupon to my shop. Alright, so this should be somewhat ready. And I believe I want to come back in with the ivory or milk white paint. I'm going to clean off my brayer though. Make sure it's not transferring. And then put a little bit of this paint down. That black might smear a little bit. It'll transfer a little bit, but that's okay. It'll give us some more texture in the background. If I waited a little bit longer, I could have let that dry. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how it comes together. Okay, and I need another piece to go up here. You're welcome, Connie. Can't help, you gotta be in it. Gotta be in it to win it. Okay, so this may have sat longer, so that'll be good. And I hate wasting all that paint, so I'm going to put it on my brayer. And put a little bit on here. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Book page. Okay. I keep saying okay to myself a lot. I don't know why. I just do. Sorry about that, y'all. Sometimes I get caught up in the zone, and I think that's part of the good about when you're crafting, and if you're doing something that you enjoy, maybe you do get stuck in the zone, so to speak. It's smeared a little bit, but it's interesting. You know, you're thinking about what you're doing. Maybe you've got some music on in the background, and you're just kind of in a groove. Or I sometimes will put on movies I've seen a dozen times already. That way, I'm not tempted just to watch TV. In fact, I'm now watching Burlesque. I think this is probably my 15th time because of the music. I like the music in the background. I'll every once in a while I'll stop to look, you know, when they've got Christina Aguilera performing. All right. This is a whole different vibe of colors. And I think that pop of the teal blue kind of helps it just a little bit. And it's okay that the black kind of gave it some more of that gray in the background. Okay. Might almost have enough for a coupon, Bonnie says. Connie says. Not Bonnie. Bonnie was saying something earlier. Okay. I got paint on my arm. I don't know if y'all can even see it. It may be. There it goes, right there. I was going through my old videos and I noticed that one of my videos I had apparently rubbed my nose and I had paint on my, I think it was on this side, on my nose. So every time I would look in the camera, I could see it. Thank you, Jennifer. And here's this side. So it's just got lots of layers in it. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Put that in the pile over here. What color do I want to do now? Boom, 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 boom. Let's do, I've got this, it's called Vivid Pink. I think I want Vivid Pink. And maybe we'll do this lavender. I'm just going to get all the colors out that I think I want to use. Oh, I like this one color. It's a light turquoise. So let me grab some stencils. Oh, I've got the, this is the flower tile. Mine's rough. Since I started my stencils, this is probably one of my first ones that I drew myself. And so it's a little rough. It's been around for a long, long time. Okay, I've got this stencil. I'm trying to think what else I can do. I think I'm going to grab a couple more stencils and fill the whole plate. Okay, there we go. I got 4 stencils. Okay. We're going to do these colors. Let's get rid of these at the moment. And this is the Feeding Frenzy again. I think I'll put it this way. And this is Open Lattice. And this one's the Baroque. I think it's what it's called, Baroque stencil. I think I'll just not put a stencil there. We'll just let it go. All right, let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay. So we're going to put a little bit of paint down. I'll put some over here. I'm trying to put very small amounts of paint. It's kind of it's not quite mint, but it is called light, I think, turquoise. Yeah, light turquoise. And a little bit of this orange next to the pink. Oh, that was a lot of paint. So we're just going to put a small amount. We're going to have to pick that up. I got a palette knife. We'll pick some of that up. Let's put some of this lavender on here. All right, I just saw a palette knife. Here we go. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of that. Oh well, we got more. Okay. So now let's brayer this. I'm trying to just move that color paint first. And I'm going to clean off my brayer a little bit. Let's do this pink. Okay, clean off my brayer again. Let's do this purple. Okay. Okay. 5-leaf clover, huh? Y'all got plans for your week? You working on anything special? I did work on the oversized journal a little bit. My plans have changed. I made 5 sets of pages. So I had 5 different designs and I made 3 each of those. So I ended up with 15 pages for that oversized journal. And when I stacked them all together, my spine was going to be like, I don't know, 10 to 15 inches deep in order for it to look right. And I was like, well, that's just ridiculous. So I spent a little time and I made a 5-inch spine and I put the 5 pages as individual signatures, and it's a chunky journal, let me tell you. It's a chunky journal. So now that I've kind of got the prototype worked out, because I've got to alter a cover. I happen to have 2 more covers that I found in my stash. And so I've already collected the stuff, and I will have a tutorial showing y'all how to make a fabric cover over a store book, I guess you could say, cover. So it was a cover that had a book in it and it was ripped out, and we're going to be covering that up. And then how I sew the inserts in. You're making paper plants for your new office. Oh, cool, Amanda. Are you doing like paper quilling or just 3D type hand folding? Not hand wringing, hand folding. All right, let's put some, I've got some white paint. I'm going to put that down over here. And let's brayer it out. If you're noticing that your paint's moving too much, you probably didn't wait long enough, or you have too much paint. And that happens a lot. It takes practice, but you will get the hang of it if you keep doing it. Ooh, lamb roast. I don't get lamb very often. When we go on vacation on the cruise, there's usually a night that they'll serve lamb, and sometimes I'll get that. Okay, I'm just going to let that soak in. And let's put some white paint over here and brayer it out. Aw, you can't keep real ones alive. You might like a, what they call it, air plants, where they don't live in soil and you just miss them. They just need light. I was pretty good at keeping my plants alive at the shop. In fact, I was known as the plant lady at the shop because where I worked, my full-time job at the insurance agency, not at the company, not at the home agency, because I would get everybody's plant that they've almost killed. They're poor plants that were dying. That I would come to work and right outside my door would be a plant for me to revive. So usually I would repot them and make sure they had the proper amount of water and they have a sunny spot because of the fluorescent lights that were in that building. Plants love them. So the only time I had to worry about my plants was when I was on vacation, and my former manager, he didn't like being a manager, so he kind of stepped down from the manager position. But he still had keys to everything. He would go water my plants. All right, let's see what this turns out. More junk books. Oh, this one's kind of cool. So it's a little more muted, but it's got all the different colors. You can see a little bit of the turquoise. That was the flower tile stencil. Okay, let's see what this does. Now, air conditioners kill plants, so they need extra watering and fertilizer. Yep. Well, what was happening at the insurance company is people just was completely neglecting them. They were not watering them. And I fed my plants fertilizer every so often. That one turned out cool, even for a little strip. Did you like that? Oh, let's look at this one. Oh, we could have had the page that had cat. Wonder if it's on. Let's see. Cat. Cat. Here it is. Cat defined. Oh, that one's cool too. We didn't use any of the turquoise on that side. Enough spots. It was just in one or two little down across that bottom. Okay, we still got some grungy bits on there. Let's see what else we can find. I'm just grabbing stencils, and this is the April 23. So maybe we'll put that one on there. This is the full stencil. And here's the half sheet stencil. So maybe we'll do that one. Put this back where I can find it later. So let's put this one over here. And thinking we'll go like this. We'll put one up here and put this one down here. We'll just kind of do these spots. So maybe those three colors again that we kind of did, but this time I think I want a little bit more of the turquoise than we had before. So I'm going to put a couple of spots. Okay, and then we'll do the peachy color, coral. Okay, and I think a little bit of this green. I'm trying to use a very small amount so it'll dry faster. Okay, and maybe a smidge of the lavender. All right, so I'm going to spread out the lavender first a little bit so that it kind of gets a little of it that's not muddied with other colors. I'll brayer this off. Then let's do this kind of peachy coral color. Maybe I'll put one right there. It's kind of coming together. All right, let's brayer that off. All right, I'm going to mix these together a little bit. Okay, and brayer that off. Getting some cool brayered backgrounds. Okay, do this one. All right, I think let this one dry now. That'll be cool when we go to pick it up. All right, let's do this one. This brayering is not for the lazy. You have to use your arms a little bit. You get an arm workout. All right, let's brayer that off. Okay. Just trying to fill that in. Clean my brayer off. Okay. Okay. Oh, sticking to my pages. Okay. Peel these off and put them in the water bath over to the side. I think that corally color is going to come out cool. What else y'all been doing? I cleaned off my desk. I have recorded the April challenge for the Friendly Junk Journal people. It is the belly band with flip and pockets that I showed a couple of weeks ago during the live stream. So I've made a tutorial. I've got the video edited. Now I've got to get the blog post situated, and then I'll get it published. Love the peach. Yeah, that peachy, orangey, yellow kind of. Yeah. So that's coming. So be on the lookout for that tutorial. I tried to use up a bunch of my scraps, so my scrap pile is really reduced from making the oversized journal. I said I kind of worked on the oversized journal a little bit, so I'm hoping I'll have some time this week to do that. All right, I'm going to come back in with the white. So this is white. It's an older paint, so it's kind of gooey. Has paint boogers, as we like to say. All right. I'll brayer that off a little bit. Okay. Trying to fill in both of them at the same time. I think this was going to be, may not have enough paint, but we'll try it. We're going to try it. Yeah, because now it's starting to lift. Okay, so I got to be quick. I got to get a book page on this one and smooth that out. Let's get a book page up here. All right, I think I got it going. Yeah, so I'm going to split this. Put this one over here. Okay. Sometimes I like using my brayer on the back side because it really pushes it to the paper. Okay. Oh, yay! I'm glad you're in the new house now. She sent me a couple of pictures of her craft space. I can't wait to see it when it's finished. I know it takes a lot of effort to get it all worked out. Yeah, I understand that. I told Henry, I said, I'm not moving. We might, if we're ever lucky, get like a vacation home, probably near a lake and where it's not too far of a drive from where we live, and basically have two residences. but that's about it. I don't think I want to ever move. All right, let's see how this turned out. Come on. Keep going. All right. Ooh, I like that one too. I like how that came together. I think this one's going to turn out pretty awesome too. Sucks birdie toes. Well, that's interesting. Oh dear. There's that, just a little smidge across there. That peachy color kind of made this more of a peachy background instead of ivory. I like that you can still see the text a little bit. Yeah, I need a semi-trailer just for the craft supplies. You're exactly right. Yeah. Tell you had to put it in one room. It's a lot. I have a ton. Mine won't fit in one craft room. I have some in 1, 2, 3 rooms. Plus the back of the house is a sunroom and it's got stuff in it, and then I have stuff at the shop. I like the way that one turned out too. Ooh, I'm having fun. Are you having fun today? Do you like what I'm sharing with you? Make sure if you haven't given this video a thumbs up that you do. And if you would, after this live stream, let me know which was your favorite. I would greatly appreciate it. If there's something that you would like to see me do in the future, definitely speak up and let me know. Oh, here's the one I was looking for earlier that I wanted to do. I'm going to get it out. Oh, and this one. Okay, I got more. I'm trying to decide if I want to go back to some of the patterns that I did earlier. I think I want some more of this pink, maybe that green or turquoisey, and maybe those together. I think those would look really good together. What? Yay! Thank you! It's okay. My name gets misspelled all the time. Well, thank you very much, Julie, for your order. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, so I have butterflies or dragonflies stencil. And I think I'm going to do something different this time. I think I'm going to lay it down and do, I think I want this lake blue. Oh, thank you, Robin. Okay, brayer this down. And I'm going to come over here and do it again, but in a different direction. And then let's do that over here. So it gets just a little bit here and there. That's my thinking anyway. Let's go this way. And let's do this one. There. So that was the butterflies or dragonflies stencil, because I think it could be either way, depends on your mood. And since those are some pretty bright stenciled areas, I've got one of my rolled off papers, so I'm just going to lay that across here and pick up some of that paint. Because it's heavy body paint, so it doesn't take much to kind of make it lift. All right, so now we're going to do this one. I don't think I ever cleaned off my brayer. just a little bit there. It's starting to dry, so I may be too late, but I'm going to try one more. Let's do this one. Got a little bit there. Let's do this one over here too. So that one I lifted up more of it, but that's okay. All right, so now I've got the Art Deco flower stencil, and I think I'm just going to lay it all over this one. We did that turquoisey color, so I think this time I'm going to do a little bit of this pink right there. Right. Oop, that was way more than I had planned to get. I'm trying to move this paint down. Got a goop. Okay. Let's go like this. Okay. Okay. I got a little bit of that blue in it. That's okay, it looks cool. All right, let's clean that off. My tub of stencils getting full. Paint booger alert. It's a pain. All right, let's grab another. Oh, this one's kind of cool. This one's the plus sign stencil. I don't have much room, but I got a little. So let's put that right here. And I didn't use this lighter Viridian, so I'm going to use that. Kind of add a little bit here. Maybe right there. Across the top here. All right, let's go here. Maybe right there. It'll be real subtle. All right, let's clean that off. Clean my brayer off good. Clean it real good. Okay, so I'm ending up with some more brayered papers. I feel like I'm going 90 miles an hour today. All right, let's get the white paint out and let's shake it really well. Maybe that'll help with the paint boogers. It's old paint. I need to hurry up and use it. All right, let's try this. This plate should be drier than the other, so we'll come over here first. Okay. So bright white paint. Okay, wear that off. Grab a book page. I haven't run out of book pages yet. So probably the best way to watch this video is to turn on some music and put it on fast forward. Turn the sound off. All right, let's put that there for a moment. Shake the paint up some more. I have ink on. Zinc on my blue. White on my nose. Okay, I'm getting I can feel that it's a little sloppy with paint, so I've got to work it. Work it, girl. What are y'all watching right now? What do you use, a streaming service? Do you just watch what's on network TV? Do you have a video series that you're watching or like to rewatch? Henry and I, since we got Netflix, like way back in the beginning when they only sent out DVDs, we found that because of his ADHD and being autistic, that if we could watch the series one right after the other, meaning episode 1, episode 2, episode 3 of whatever the television series was, it was easier for him to follow along. Because if we were, network TV, you watched it every week. Well, he wouldn't remember what had happened last week. And so then he starts asking questions. Who's that person? What is that about? White nose. Supernatural. I haven't watched that Supernatural series at all. But it's just funny because one of the lead kids from Supernatural was on the Gilmore Girls. So I went, and we liked the Gilmore Girls. We watched it in reruns. We didn't watch it when it first came out. And I liked the Gilmore Girls. I mean, it was a family show. Heartland was another show that I have enjoyed, but I don't have, I think it's Family Life channel, and I don't have that on streaming, so I have to wait until Netflix comes out with it. I like the way that turned out. Yeah, books in a series. Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. Columbo, MASH, Rawhide. Oh my goodness, those are some old ones, Julie. Are you 102 years old? I did watch Out of Africa for the first time this past week. It took me a couple of days because I had to keep pausing it. It's a little slow moving. That looks kind of cool for that. It's interesting how they come together. We use the same colors, but we're getting a little bit variation. Nature. Any shows that has a new season, you have to start from the beginning. Well, we do that too, Sheila. I watched from the beginning. What was it this last time that I watched? Bone and Shadow. That was on Netflix. I rewatched the first season before we watched the second season. And there was some other shows that Henry and I said, well, let's just rewatch it. I think we're going to see, of course, she's rather vulgar, but The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, she's supposed to have a new season out. I think it's her final season. So I'll probably rewatch her. Okay, I like that. How does that look? I like the dots and plus signs. The way the Art Deco stencil looked. Very Easter colors. You have been called old-fashioned at times. Yeah, your husband can find... I liked MASH. We used to watch it all the time. Oh, yeah, Grace and Frankie. That was pretty funny. We've watched a series about Egypt, and then we watched a series about lost cities. And those were interesting because it kind of went back and showed you what these settlements kind of look like and their re-rendering of the site, if you will. And, they kind of go by the history that they've been told, that's been passed down, about what they think happened there. So it's been interesting. I've been watching the Gordon Ramsay show. Okay, is he the tacos guy that sings with his guests? Oh, yes, Green Acres. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't being that mean. I was just being silly. I was just picking on her. We did watch Green Acres. That was fun to watch. I'm just trying to grab a few more stencils to play with here. I think I got some. So this is the flower chain stencil flower chain stencil. That's what this one is over here. And I have the spinning flowers, and this is the stacked leaves. So I'm thinking we'll do something where we kind of use those together. All right, so now that I kind of have a plan here, I think I like that color scheme that we just had. So I'm going to do that again over here. So put a little bit of this teal there. Come back with some pink. And a little bit of the Viridian. Oh, the Crown? Yeah, I've watched the Crown. We like that. And he's mean? You think he's mean? Opie, yeah. Yeah. Don't listen to music anymore. You run shows. That's funny. Okay, so let's okay. 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 That's going to have more teal in it than I had planned, but that's okay. It's not blue. Yes, it is. But it won't look that blue because the pink will be under it more. Star Trek. Well, we did rewatch all the Star Wars series. Since we have Disney Plus, Henry got a good special on it a while back, and so we've been watching some of the digital. So we went and watched the Star Wars in what they call timeline order, not the order that the movies and shows were released, but by timeline. And that's been interesting because now watching that, some of the things make more sense than they did watching them out of order. Okay, I think I want this pink. What I'm going to do is kind of brayer it a few times. Yeah, that'll work. I'll just kind of adding a little bit of color in between. All right, clean that stencil off. Clean my brayer off. And then, since this one has so much paint on it, I'm just going to grab this green, kind of pick up some of that paint. So just kind of picked a little bit of that on there. We're just making all kinds of prints. Let's do this one. This was another brayered sheet. All right, so now I've got these stacked leaves that I'm going to lay on here. And I want to use the Viridian glue. Oh, Battlestar Galactica. Yes, with Starbuck. Isn't that right? I think that's right. Okay, I'm just kind of adding a little bit of that in here. Maybe right down here we need a little bit more paint. That was a good show too. Kind of creepy, like, how are they aliens? Are we all aliens? All right. Dry. I think this one's dry enough that I can lift it. So I think I'll get that lavender color. It's kind of a purple. Oh yeah, string you along to the very last episode. Yes. I need to see if I can find that in a streaming service and rewatch it. There was the 100 was another. It was kind of a teen utopic drama that I've watched a couple of times because I know what's going to happen, so I don't have to pay attention when I'm crafting or doing something else. I can just turn it on, and if I want to say, oh, well, I think I want to look at that, and so I'll stop for a moment and look at it. I have been trying to watch a few videos, YouTube videos, but I get so annoyed. I watched one the other day, and it was an hour long, and the first 10 minutes, she just went through all of her supplies she thought she was going to use. And I was like, really? So I had to speed up the video. I put it on faster speed, and then got to the point where she was doing something, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what she's did now. And then I was done. It didn't take much for me. All right, let's put some of this. I think I'm going to do the white over here, though, because of that pink and that teal. Maiden hair fern. Oh, okay. Little fern. I drew that little pattern. I did. Let's put that right here. All right, wasn't it time for the raffle, I think? I think I'm going to call it quits here in just a few minutes because I'm kind of tired and it takes a lot out of me to brayer. I didn't sleep very well last night because we were talking about the issues of the stolen property. Dun, dun, dun. So y'all get in on the raffle. We're going to do the... Oh, that's my help if I turn it right side up. And then I can flip through all of the gel prints we've made. How's that sound? So y'all can see what they look like here at the end. Woohoo! Got some junk books. Well, I did use some of my tools. I used some stencils today. Used some rubber stamps. Tried to show some different techniques. You understand, Julie? Thank you. Oh dear. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I can start out in a bad mood, but y'all usually help me. Help me get over the hump and smile. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, look at that. What do you think? That was the flower chain stencil. And we stenciled the turquoises first, and then I did the purple on top, so the purple filled in where the stencil was. Oh, I ripped it. It stuck to the plate. I may have to turn it over and put some tape on the back. Just so that it stays there. Not perfect, but I like the way that turned out. And I ends with a blue. It's not all blue, it's purple. And the screen is not giving the right color. I'm going to have to spend some more time playing with it. But this one's not blue. That one's not blue. I like it. We're still a little bit on that plate, so I might get some more layers out of that. Turn it this way. You can see the little flowers on it. I think this one actually turned out better than the big one. Aw, thank you, Ada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's still good with a little tear. So that was that one. Oh, let's do the raffle here in just a moment. I'm going to go back through the gel prints. Oh, I hope I didn't ruin this one. Don't stick. Don't stick. Don't stick. I need more flat surface. If I ever get a chance to get a bigger room or redo my room. What do you think of all those? I think I like this one. That's one of my favorites. And I really like this one here. Of course, those are my colors. That's my jam. That's my colors. Here's where I cleaned up. Just adding some color. So these are good starter points that I can add some more gel printing to. I might get out my smaller gel presses and play with those, using them like a stamp, if you will. I got so many things. Here's some that I did. I think I did some of these earlier, but I don't remember. I did wash some of my stencils so I could use them again. Now they stuck together, but oh well. There's that one. This was where I had brayered, and this one didn't turn out that good, but you know, if I stamp over the top of this, that'll look really good in the background. Or if I wanted to do some crisp stenciling right on top of that. Aw, thank you so much. I need to renovate a barn. Well, see, I told Henry that if his parents, you know, whenever they die, we're going to inherit their property. And I said, well, you know, I could turn their house into my craft space. Actually, what we decided is my father-in-law has gone on safari. And so he has a bunch of safari trophies. And so we thought about, of all things, because we really don't drink, but creating a bar that you could come and see all of these trophies from Africa. This is just, and hang out with friends, so to speak, and maybe even put in a hot tub and a pergola. There's one I did earlier, the beginning. There's another one. Here's the mopping up the corners. I made a bunch of gel prints today. I like that flower tile. I like the way this one with the split for the April Stencil Club, you know, doing the different colors together and that grunginess that was in the background. It was the edge of that. Here we did some really bright and dark at the same time. So doing that bright pink and the teal with the red. Some bubble wrap up here using the milk bottle lid. I like the way that one turned out. Oh, here's some more. I've got them everywhere, so I'm trying to grab them. Here's another one with that red and teal and pink. There's some more of that lavender and kind of a teal color. What? Oh, yep, I could. Yeah, a craft retreat at the barn. That's right. Yep, we could. Yep, we could do that. I was just playing with some green paint on that one. I like the way this one turned out too. So there's some that I'm going to scan in so that I can have them again. And then some of them are going to go in the pile of, well, it needs something else. Like this is just where I brayered off a couple of different colors so I can brayer over the top of it. All right, lots and lots. All right, y'all get in on the raffle if you haven't already. We're going to pick a winner here in just a moment. I have a, I'm trying to decide, because I haven't done one like this in a long time. I have a mac or cheese macaroni and cheese, the cheap brand, because that's all I can afford. I usually get a box of macaroni and cheese and a can of tuna and make the macaroni and cheese and add fresh chopped onions, garlic, and more cheese from at home. And that's what I'll make my dinner out of, or lunch out of. So I saved the box, and I'm thinking, you know, I haven't done this in a long time. Maybe I'll make a journal to fit in the macaroni and cheese box. Is that something y'all want to see? Let me know, and maybe that's what I'll do at the next live stream. I do have the next kit will be coming out soon. This is kind of a mood board, if you will, of what it'll be about, which is going to have the stars, the planets, so astronomy involved, and so it'll have some sunflowers and roses, and this is kind of the color palette we're going to go with. That'll be coming out the end of this month, if everything goes good. It is pretty yummy, Jennifer, so I know how to cook some good things. Oh yeah, I have to add seasoning too, as well. I always add Mrs. Dash. Sometimes I'll add the McCormick. I forgot what it's called. Not mesquite. There's a seasoning that I add. Maybe I'll figure it out. You like that? You like the colors in that? Sale hamburger helper boxes, would love the inspiration. Okay, well then maybe that's what I'll do then. I'll pull some stuff, random things, and make a journal out of the box. How's that sound? That's what we'll do next week. All right, let's pick the winner here if y'all are ready. The live stream. I want to thank you again for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so the $10 off coupon for today winner is Lori Merchant. Okay, Lori, I'll send you an email with my coupon code that you can use. You like the boxes because the couple had rectangular window. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Way to use those. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get off here, and I think you and I are going to have some dinner, and I may go to bed early tonight because I'm tired. Thank y'all for hanging out with me and being a light in this world. I hope that you were inspired to do some gel printing, and I'll probably scan some of those in, and maybe next week we'll use some of those in the macaroni box. All right, y'all have an amazing week. Give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you would. And if you will leave a comment of what was your favorite during the live stream, I'd greatly appreciate your support. Y'all have an amazing week. Do something fun and creative, and be kind in the world. You know, I've been saying this for a while now. If you can be kind to someone once a day, every day, because you imagine if we could make that spread like wildfire and have, you know, so much kindness going around in the world. All right, y'all have an amazing week. I greatly appreciate it. Lots of love to everybody. Bye, everybody.